Hi, welcome to Embracing the In-Between, an inner journey space for you to be able to go deep within yourself and to get away from the noise of the world for a little bit and to explore all of who you are on that multidimensional level. If you're new to this space, I recommend to watch the introduction video, and that way you'll get a little bit more detail, a lot more detail on what I'm doing here, and the higher frequencies as they come through me, what they're doing here, and what this whole thing is all about. Okay, so if you've experienced these sessions already, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you, and if you've had some good experiences, I would love to hear from you, either through email or through the comment space here. I have that open, so I would love to hear from your adventures if it's working for you. I'm sure it is. I just opening it up for communication. So that being said, as we always start out with, discussing what you need to have for this space before you come in is to make sure you have a fairly quiet space. You can't have it 100% quiet, but mostly quiet for yourself. You can experience this either laying down or sitting up. You can use earbuds or headphones, noise cancellation if you need to, or have it play out in your room through your speakers. And have your eyes closed and covered if you need to, block out the light, which is always good to do. But this is your space, so you make it nice and comfortable for yourself as best as you can. Bring in whatever you want for yourself. Some people like to have blankets, and get your space nice and comfortable, or items that you like to have next to you, whatever that is. Okay, so make sure you have water next to you, and then maybe some tissues if you need those. And once you have your space settled, then we're just going to move into doing a little bit of breathing and, make sure that you're calm and moving out of that chattery mind. There's a lot going on, as you know, and we've been fully in the shift for quite some time now. So I'm like looking back, I know time is an illusion and everything's happening now, but we are in time and space reality. So it's interesting even seeing from 2012 to now. It's like, seems like it was just like last week or a month ago. So we are fully moving in, and there's a lot going on in the world, even in your personal life. So I know it can be distractions, especially when there's big happenings in certain places that can move you over. And if you're not centered and you don't have a good meditation practice where you're doing breathing and grounding yourself on a daily basis, the outside stuff that's happening in the outer world can really come into your personal space and wreak havoc. And that's why we offer these spaces, so that you can have the opportunity to remain centered. And it's, even if it's every other week, occasionally we'll do it from week to week, but every other week, because it's moderation is good. And you can always come back to any of these spaces at any time. So they're always available. And you don't just have to come into YouTube. I mean, you're taking this with you, you're embodying it, and what it's doing is it's waking up your ability to see in, the ethereal and the spirit world, to be able to open up certain parts of yourself that you may have not explored, again, because the physical world can be very distracting, and the chattery mind doesn't be quiet. Again, that's why we always say to make sure you have a pretty steady meditation or breathing drop into your breath during these times, so that you can remain centered and not get skewed away from, your center point within yourself. But also, we have fun. We're exploring places and spaces, and so that you may not have done before. Dream time, for sure, because that's what happens every night. We go to sleep, we go home, same place we leave to when we leave the physical body, which most people know is the death realm. But, there's no such thing as death, right? But anyway, make sure you watch that introduction video if you haven't already. Explore the other sessions that we have on this channel already, and there's a lot more to come. But for today, we are going to explore a portal. It's a healing portal. So a lot like we do, we have a very recurring theme where we're, letting out the things that just don't belong there anymore, the baggage that you don't take to the higher frequencies. And so this portal that you'll be able to just release a lot of that stuff, sticky stuff that stays within certain places and spaces in the mental, emotional, physical bodies. And then we're going to have some fun. And you're going to have, meet your friendly friends, other aspects of yourself, and family members from other realities and dimensions that you may forgot about, but they know you very well. So, without any further ado, let's go and journey and have some fun. Let's dive in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Okay, you're in your space now, either laying down or sitting up. Relaxing more into your space. So take a breath into your heart space. Take another few breaths. As you're settling into your body. Okay, we're going to do a body scan. And we're going to start at the feet. And as you're breathing, imagine you are breathing in a spring from the earth that's bubbling up through both your feet. And as you breathe in, on your breath of choice, you're breathing in the spring, and it's going to be coming through the bottom of your feet, up your leg, all the way up through your legs, through your torso, through your stomach area, back and front. And again, just bring it all the way up through your body, heart space, throat, up through the head, to the top of your head. And it's going to come down naturally. It's going to be flowing. The spring from the earth is going to be flowing up and down your body naturally. As you're breathing, okay, so at the same time, you're going to be noticing and just taking note. You start at your feet and around your toes, the bottom of your feet, and bring your awareness to both of your feet and up through both of your legs. Front and back. As you do a body scan and you move up your legs, move up your waist, up to the stomach area. You don't necessarily have to follow the instructions, but you can. You may be in different places already, but we're just going to be moving up the body and make a way up through the head, about 3 feet above the head, and then back down again. And we're going to do this 3 times.
up. Throat and up through the head, your skull, third eye, top of the head, and then all the way up about 3 feet, good space above the head, and then back down again. And you take your time with this too. While you're doing this, take note of spaces that may have, some tension, some thoughts that might be coming up, emotions, images, sensations as you're breathing. So that wellspring is going up through your body from the earth and then going down. At the same time, you're scanning different areas of the body. Make sure you go and check out areas like in the back of the knees or back in between the vertebrae of the spine or areas up and around you wouldn't normally notice. You're breathing and relaxing deeper into your space. You may already be done scanning. And you just going to allow yourself to sink deeper into your space. Notice yourself. And breathe. You could even say in your mind in the in breath and say out in your mind on the out breath. And just allow yourself to relax and enjoy that wellness spring coming up through your body from the earth and then back down again. A nice gentle flow. You may still be scanning and taking notes. And if at any time you need to drink some of your water, please do so. Or if you need to get up to go use the bathroom, do so as well. So if you're new to this place and you haven't done this before, we want you to imagine a place out in nature that you're drawn to. It could be in the forest, it could be on the beach, it could be on a mountaintop, it could be in the desert, any kind of landscape that you like, a nice little place where you can settle in. It could be a place when you were a child, a nice safe space that you used to go to. Or a place that you visited at one point or would like to visit. It might not even be a place that's here in the earth realm. You choose as you continue to breathe. For those of you who have been in this space, it could be a place you like to just, it's your safe space, a place that you just like to continue to visit and continue to expand. So when you find your place, I want you to sit down, even if it's on a cloud. Make yourself nice and comfortable as you continue to breathe and relax. Now, notice the surroundings. I want you to bring in your senses. Notice the time of day. If it's daytime or if it's nighttime or dusk or dawn. Notice the temperature. Notice if there's a breeze. Bring your senses in. Feel this place. Notice any sensations in your body. Notice any emotions that are coming up. Look around. Here, you're able to see more just by sitting still. You don't have to turn your head. You can, but you're able to see all around. Notice if there's any presences with you. They could be nature spirits. They could be elementals, fairies, sprites. You could see orbs. Notice if it's an ancestor, living or one that has left the physical body already. They're still very present with you. Notice any angelic beings, any other beings that you don't maybe know until you actually pay attention here. As you're breathing, you may have several that are showing up. And as you do this, as you're paying attention to your senses and breathing and relaxing into the space, noticing how you're feeling, drawing your attention to those who are surrounding you now. I mean, do the best you can with this. So up ahead in your vision, you notice that there's a light that's coming into view. One or two or a few of your guides or the presences that are showing up are going to be walking with you towards this light. And as you walk, notice how you feel as you're walking towards this. It's coming more into view. It's a portal of some kind. It's not just any old light. You may be getting either close to it, you might be getting closer to it, you might be right up next to it. You're not going to move through yet. As you look through this portal, you're beginning to see that there's a place that's different than where you're coming from. It's beckoning to you, it's calling to you. And there's many of your friends and family from different parts of creation and dimensions and realities and lifetimes that are there to greet you. As you're breathing, safety and trust and faith is not any issue. It's just part of the knowing as you're breathing into your heart space. You're going to now move into this portal. You're not going to move out of it, you're going to be in it. And it's going to catch you. You're going to become suspended inside of this. Like a gentle net, a hammock, if you will. And you're just going to relax into this. It's going to be moving your body. You might feel sensations in your body. You might be feeling moving around in different directions in it. Yet, still. May sound like a paradox, but as you understand how this works, it's a place where you're going to allow anything that does not belong to you fall out. It's just going to leave to the sides and it's going to dissipate. It's going to disappear. Allow that anything. It could be tension you have been holding on to. It could be worries, concern, doubt, mistrust, loneliness, pain, mentally, emotionally, physically, anything that has been you've been carrying that you know, but you're also going to notice other things that are going to come up too that you may not have been paying attention to. And you're just going to allow it all to just fade away, come up, and wash out. This is exciting because you're going to be noticing that that beckoning from the other side is calling you. It's recalibrating you in this. It's adjusting your frequency, your energies. It's bringing life back into places, spaces that you may have forgotten about. So just allow this type of hammock, if you will, to suspend and relax you. And as you do, you keep breathing. You may notice some happiness and joy that's coming on too, a smile perhaps on the face. Exciting. Looking forward to what's about to happen. A passion, a long forgotten passion coming up within you. All those feelings that you may have forgotten, even since you were a child. Some of these emotions, a lightness. A remembering. Remember. Bringing together all the members of who you are. You may feel like there's going to be release here fairly soon. Time and space is even falling away. It's a sensation. It's as if this portal is going to be dropping you. It's sideways, and then you just drop. Like as if you're falling into a pool or some water, like a waterfall. And you're going to be coming out what you would say the other side. And you're going to notice instantly a bright flash of light. And you're grounded into the path. The path that's ahead of you is lit up. And here, it's almost like there's a sideline of those who have been waiting for you to be here, greeting you. Notice. And notice the ones who have followed you into this portal. They're like the first ones there, if you will. It's a heart-filled welcome. And as you're breathing, you're relaxing more and more into this space. It's a beautiful place. It's a magical place. The light, the colors. Notice how people are here. Notice how the beings that are here, outside of your peripheral, everyone's busy being. They're creating, but very present in their being. There's no doing as you're used to. It's a personified creativity. Everyone here is creating some form of art, whether it be music or sculptures or paintings or structures of frequency. And notice how the creativity here is part of everyone's being as you're breathing. You may feel called to go to a particular place here. You may have some questions for those who have greeted you and who are walking alongside of you. See, here everything is given to you telepathically. It's almost like your questions are answered before you even ask the question. Notice the movements. They may come in movements. You were suspended in the portal for a reason, to suspend any beliefs that you may have been carrying as you walk into this beautiful world where realities and dimensions are coming in and out of this place, everything blending together. Noticing all aspects of yourself in different lifetimes or realities that you may not have noticed. And as you're moving through, keep breathing. Your breath may have slowed down quite a bit here. You may hear some music. You may hear some chimes or bells. You're going to be moving towards that sound. You see this how you see it. It's coming to you how it's coming to you. We are just your guide. Crystal pyramids, domes. The dome itself is the bell itself. It's the sound in form. Many creative beings are creating their art. But you notice here, as you breathe, as they shape their clay, if you will, mold their sculptures or create their music. Look closely. They're creating worlds. The they may just be aspects of yourself, extensions of you. Again, pay attention to that. There's no having to do or go anywhere or do anything or be anybody or having to achieve anything. It's a focused presence. It's a focus like no other focus. Like a tree is just a tree. It's just what it is. And these worlds that are being created, their potentials of life, of the new. You could see it as many different colors to come together. It's as if rainbows, if a rainbow split off into another rainbow, and then into another rainbow, and then to another one, and another one, another one. And it's going so fast you can't even tell what's going on. It's just all this beautiful brilliance of sparkles, of stardust. You let yourself go here. There's endless ways to experience and explore. Go where you feel called and breathe. There's no time. Just creation. Unfolding in its perfection. You may be exploring this space as a dance. Now, what I want you to do is, just for a second, within your mind's eye, notice where you're at here in this space physically as you're listening to this voice. And at the same time, as you're breathing, notice where you are, where you started out in your spot in nature. Notice the portal. Notice Earth. Notice the people and the animals and the plants and the water and the fire and the air swirling around. Notice all the places. How beautiful. How perfect. We also know that some of you may be drawn to the imperfections, to the chaos, to the disharmony, to the not quite sure if everything's going to be okay. Everything coming into balance. Many different focuses here. Send your love. Send these beautiful heart waves to areas that you are drawn to, that you may feel that are imbalanced or not in harmony. Whether it be social conflict or earth changes. Any which way and where you're brought to, send those heart waves of frequency and notice them going out. You could even imagine it being in the type of figure 8 coming from your heart and then crossing over like the infinity symbol over to that which in your regular walking life had been bringing your attention to feeling not so good. Bring that heart wave through like a figure 8 from your heart to them, to the area, to the places and spaces. And you can do this in many different places at once. It doesn't just have to be in one particular place that you're sending these heart waves to. You're in different places right now. Breathe. This is your expansion. This is all of who you are. Being in many different places at once. All over creation. Expressed as you, that beautiful individual of what you know to be the great I am, source, creator. You know what's being said here. Breathe. Know this to be true. Know this to be making a difference. Notice that the ones you're sending this art connection to, the waves, that they are receiving this when they're ready. Regardless, it is done. It's coming and it's done. It's coming and it's already done. It's coming and it's already done. You may say that to yourself in your mind if you wish, as a mantra. It's coming and it's already done. And you feel it. And extend this too, of course, for yourself, as you may have done within the portal, as things were leaving you that does not belong. Worries of things are going to come into manifestation, perhaps around money, your job, what you do, your health, concerns for others, either mentally, emotionally, physically. The well-being is always here. It's coming and it's already done. As you're breathing, Some of you may be scanning and even flying over certain areas that you want to make a difference, but you normally wouldn't feel like you are powerless to help. But here, know that your guides are with you. For instance, you could be flying over with your flying elephant and putting water over in fire areas. You could be with your Pegasus and flying down, giving breath to someone who's short of it. This is your show. We are just your guide. Just opening up that sight. Focusing on the knowing that normally in your physical body as human, the mind tends to be very strong. And that's to say it lightly. All those thoughts and so much mind chatter. But this connection, this knowing is always available. You're simply just opening yourself up to that which is all of who you are. Now, breathe 3 good deep breaths into the heart space. Notice how magical you feel. Notice the simple connection to your heart space and a focus on your breath and a focus on your well-being and a focus on the positive. You're not just assisting your brothers and sisters on the earth plane, but you're also creating worlds and allowing all the other worlds that have already been created a long time ago in their expansion, because everything is interconnected. And you're doing so good. So good. You're so loved. You might want to say to yourself, I love myself. I like who I am. I am good. That is my true nature. And nothing less will do. So many places and spaces to explore when I just let go of what I felt, believed, and allowed myself to feel. Less than the immaculate conception of who I am. When I was a baby and I came into this world, I knew. I get this. That baby is still active and alive within me. And excited about this. This is what you came here for. To love yourself, to love others, to be loved, to express this love, to create the space, to hold the space for yourself, for others, so everyone can be who they are. To create because that's who you are, not to do it for an ends, just because you are creator. As you're breathing, I'm going to bring your focus back to the place beyond the portal. The expansion in which you have been exploring. Notice what's changed. Notice yourself and how you've changed. Would you look in a certain angle? Not necessarily look back to where the portal is. It's going to be in an angle. You might have to even do a handstand, if you will. To see the portal, you're going to be getting back to that. And close your eyes if you want to there. And see it in your mind's eye. In Creator's eye. And get to the portal in which you came. Once you're there, breathe. You'll be back. You can bring this into right before you go to sleep at night or into your meditations. This is eternity. It's not going anywhere. We want you to walk into that portal again. And this time, the portal is just going to hang you. You don't need to, it's going to hang you like you're in a hammock. You don't need to do anything, or you're not going to experience anything of, letting go or having to do anything here. Not that you did, the portal was doing it to you. But here, it's just going to hang you like in a hammock. And enjoy. Breathe. Okay. So those, your guides or your family, your friends, any of them, your guides, family, our family, ancestors, angels, archangels, lords of light, they're going to, whoever was with you as your personal guides, are going to come through the portal with you back to where you were sitting down before you even walked with them. Notice what's changed here. Perhaps the time of day, the lighting, or just a sensation if it was dark. Temperature, sounds. Bring your senses. Breathe. Okay, we're going to count to 3. And on 3, you're going to open your eyes where you're here laying down or sitting up where you started from. Just simple namaste, or a thank you, or a bow, or however you want to do, a hug, kisses, love to your guides. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So 1, 2, 3. So just stretch out your body, wiggle your toes and your fingers. Take your time if you even have an eye cover on or opening your eyes. If it's dark in your space, that's fine. Just take your time adjusting. You might want to drink some water. Take this with you. What has happened in this session? Move the body. Take a walk. Do some yoga, some stretching. Be gentle with the self. You may want to take a bath. Take a bath if you have a bathtub. If not, then take a longer shower. Get yourself into some kind of water. All suggestions for grounding. If you want to sit next to a tree later, or if it's too cold, then simply take a walk or, move your body around. That beautiful physical body that you have. Be gentle with yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. We love you so much. You are so loved. Many blessings.